welcome to another episode of the Doll Diaries. Now, if you've seen my intro, you can probably guess that I went to a doll convention called Blythe Con. Now, I went to Blythe Con UK, which was in the beautiful city of Edinburgh, which is way up in the north of the UK, in Scotland, if you don't know, because I'm not presuming that you do know. So this is my second time going to Blythe Con, and I've only been to a UK Blythe Con. Now, last year I did share a video with you, and I went to the lovely town called York. I don't know if it's classed as a city or a town, but it's really lovely. And basically Edinburgh is really very similar in its style. Very like old buildings, lovely architecture, and Edinburgh is actually is famous for being a city of literature. Actually, I think that the national body or whoever it is who decides on these things, they were the first place to be named the place of city of literature. So basically, this Blythe Con that I went to, it had a theme of literature. Now, I wanted to wear something that was just not ordinary clothes. I wanted to wear something for the event. Now, last year I went dressed as Fighting Milk Sarange Blythe doll. Now, she has two stock outfits. One is a sweatshirt and a red skirt, and the other is a dress. And then she wears a jacket that she can wear with both outfits. And she wears red socks, white shoes, red laces, and she wears a open top cap, or she can wear a hair bow which is on a clip that attaches to her head. Now, last year I replicated her dress. I had to make up the pattern myself, and I went dressed as Fighting Milk Sarange, and I bought a cap and I customised the cap to look like hers. I did some sewing on it and added ribbon and things, and I bought her shoes and things, and I got a jacket and everything, and I actually won the mini me competition last year, which was really lovely, and I won a £15 Etsy voucher, which I did spend on doll patterns. Well, initially I think it was mainly a doll stand, and if there was a few pence left it went towards Blythe doll patterns, so it went straight back into the dolls. It wasn't spent on me. Well, anyway, I thought, what am I going to do this year? Now, I thought about, I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. That's how I really got back into my adult doll collecting. And I made a Ravenclaw coat. That's one of the houses in the Harry Potter. So if you're a fan, you know there's like Gryffindor, Slytherin, Hufflepuff and Ravenclaw. Now, I went on the online app thing, and I got sorted into Ravenclaw. So I made the Ravenclaw outfit. I haven't got the skirt as of yet, but I've got my son's old school shirt. I've got the Ravenclaw tie. I made the cloak, and I sourced the badge and stuck the badge on. And maybe I've got a photo of me wearing that actually. So I thought about wearing that, and I thought there'd be some really good photo opportunities. I've not actually wore it out, but yeah, so it's still sitting in my wardrobe, unused. Well, anyway, I thought about wearing that, and then it was getting closer to the time. I thought, what shall I do? Now, I'd always planned on making Fighting Milk Sarange's other outfit, the red skirt and the sweater and things. So in the end, that's what I decided to do. I went as Fighting Milk again, and I've got actually some video of me sewing. Now, it was kind of complicated replicating her sweatshirt. That was the most difficult part of the outfit actually, because it's got like a bit of a motif. So I did it all with fabric layers, and then I stitched the writing. Now, if you follow me a long time, you know I do free motion embroidery. I'm trying to see if I've got anything here. Yeah, this is free motion embroidery. Now, if you're aware of sewing machines, you can get embroidering machines that you upload a design and it will stitch it for you. This isn't that. This is when it's basically like drawing. You're freehand embroidery sometimes it's called. So yeah, this is something, it's not the most complicated thing I've ever done, but yes, it's that kind of thing. So that's what I did with the writing. So I made a stencil, and then I did the outline with my stencil, and then I just filled it all in then and things. So yeah, it did take a while, but I think it was well worth it, and it was lovely having the white top with the red collar and everything, which looked like I made and everything. So yeah, it was really good. And then I didn't really want to wear the cap again, only because I'm not like the smallest person, but I'm not the tallest either. And I'm wearing flat shoes when I go to this event, and I find myself talking to taller people at the event, and the cap was kind of in the way, and I was having to look up all day, and it was really quite aggravating, and I felt like I was messing with it all day. So I thought about making a hair bow, and I thought about getting some hair and making it. Well, anyway, I was having a look on AliExpress for something else, and I found these bows made of hair. Excuse me, I need to wipe my nose. Anyway, I made these I found these bows made of hair, and there was all different shades of blonde. Now, I didn't order the lightest blonde. Even though my hair is a very light shade at the moment, I just thought it looked too yellowy looking. So I ordered the next one up and the next one up over that. Well, anyway, they were much brassier than my own shade of hair. They actually looked closer to Fighting Milk shade of hair, and mine is more icier. So basically what I did, I put some blue shampoo in both of them and left them for 15 minutes to try and calm the colour down. And I did manage to calm it down, and I wore the lightest one of the two, and and that was really very good actually. I just clipped it in my hair here, and obviously I haven't got a fringe like Fighting Milk. I did consider cutting a fringe in for the event, but I've got this Blythe doll who's going to be my mini-me, and she's Cappuccino Chat. Now, I don't think her hair is icy actually, but she was a doll that was recommended to me in the 100% stock Blythe doll group on Facebook to be my mini, and she's got a side part in. It's the opposite side to mine, but I could swap it over if I wanted to. But she was suggested to be my mini-me. So yeah, I didn't want to go cutting my fringe. So I will be unboxing her this year, definitely this year. I've not been leaving her in the window, by the way. I put her here for this video because I wanted her sitting like this in the video, but look, you can't really see a little face, bless her. So I just put her like this. I'll be moving her after this video. I've got a candle on the go. My figure skating coach does Reiki, and she wants to when she starts doing it properly, she wants to start selling candles to her customers, and she wanted me to trial this and to let her know how I get on with it. So I lit it for this video. And if you wonder where I'm filming from, I'm filming from, oh, sorry about the wobble. I'm filming from a place I don't think I've ever filmed from before for a YouTube video. I'm actually filming where I currently sit sewing. Well, I currently sit doing free motion embroidery. I'm doing my regular sewing in my kitchen. My overlocker is here. So if you watch my last unboxing video of Coquette Lumiere, I was sitting on the floor down here facing the window, and I put this behind me because I was just by a desk, but I'm sitting the opposite way now, so now you can see out of my window, so you can see you see someone walking past. Actually, are they dog walking? I don't know, there might be two people. So you'll be able to see all the traffic going by, because I do live on a main road, so that's why we get a bit of traffic. And if I film too late, that used to be a field over the road, but now it's a infant school. There was always a junior school a bit further down, and that was the field here, but now they moved the younger children, the children that start at nursery up until about age 7 or something. They've moved that school onto that field now. So yeah, that's what we can, well, there's all trees. It's not like it's, oh, I'm just looking at this school. They kept all the trees and everything that edge the field. So yeah, it's not too imposing or anything. It's a bit chaotic in the mornings, but I go out before the school rush, and then I'm normally shopping and things, food shopping, and then I come back and it's gone. However, I didn't go food shopping this morning. I came back and there was still, it was like mayhem here. And I usually go back out to get my son before they arrive. And as long as I don't get back again too quickly, then they've usually gone. So it doesn't affect me too much, really. Anyway, back on track, Blythe Con. So anyway, that's what I did with my outfit. So I don't get changed when I'm at the event. I just turn up in it. That's what I've done the last 2 years. So I turned up into it. And the first person actually I saw outside was Cherish. And she's on YouTube. She's called Toot Sweet. And she was outside with her daughter. Now, I didn't notice at the time, but she had dressed with the theme of the Blythe Con in mind, and it was a really good dress actually. I think she'd purchased. It was mainly green in colour, and it had all books all over it. So well done, Cherish. I didn't notice this at the time, but when I've looked at photographs, I did notice your dress. So yeah, well done to you. So anyway, then I went inside. Now I did notice Cherish was holding a doll, and I thought, was she donating it? She was holding Blue Rabbit, Blythe doll. I thought, is she donating that to the raffle or something? And it turns out she was donating it, which was really very generous of her. So, well, anyway, I got into Blythe Con and I met the organisers at the door, and Mary Kate. And I'm really hungry. The other lady, I remember her as Glitterbat. So I know Mary Kate's name, but I can't remember her Instagram. I'll try and put it on the screen. And the other girl, I know her as Glitterbat. I've followed her all year, but I can't think of her actual name now. I'll try and put that on the screen as well. It will help me learn it. So they were so welcoming and so lovely, and they were really excited to see my outfit. And thank you. It's really lovely to get that appreciation, girls, for all my effort and things I go through with these outfits and things. But yeah, it was a lovely welcoming. And then I bumped into a lady, and this lady said, she said about we follow each other on Instagram, and she's Kitty Coo. And yeah, and the name, I thought, oh yes, Kitty Coo, but I couldn't visualise her Instagram. And I spoke to her, and it's not until I've got home and I've looked at her Instagram and I recognise the dolls, because that's the problem sometimes. I recognise people's dolls, you know, I spot them a mile off and know what their Instagram name is, but I don't know the person behind them because they don't share themselves very often. That's what is why, if you've ever looked at my doll Instagram or my Claire Who Makes Things Instagram, I have photos pinned of me in the photo at the top. Now, it's not because I absolutely love myself and I just want myself all over my Instagram all the time. I just want people to kind of get to know who I am. So then if they see me out, we can have a chat and things. Just so it's not just my dolls and just things I've made. Because sometimes I don't always make clothes, so I won't be in the photo. And yeah, so I want to get to know people. That's why I pin a few photos with me actually in them at the top of my Instagram. So anyway, Blythe Con. Now, you've seen that footage at the start. Now, it was really, very good. You go through a stage, you go shopping, you chat with people, you buy raffle tickets, and there's a photo booth, which I did go in this time. I went in it with my husband, which was lovely. Now, my husband ended up leaving me there, and he went off to look for somewhere to watch Liverpool FC because they were playing a game. So he went off doing that. And yes, I stayed at the event all day. I didn't leave, and I went into a craft workshop to make a Grey Friars Bobby. Now, he's a little dog. Now, this dog has a lovely story, and he basically is a dog that he had an owner. His owner died, and apparently, as the story go, in the Grey Friars area, he sat on his owner's grave for 14 years. And there's actually a statue of the dog up in Edinburgh, which I did get to see actually when I was on a tour there. And yeah, so, and that's the dog we made, and he was so cute. Now, unfortunately, the glue wasn't sticking the googly eyes and the nose on very well when I was there. So when I got home, I just kind of finished him off and I hot glued the nose and the eyes on, and I did his bow up and things, and he's so lovely. So I have got some footage. I might have showed you a photo while I'm chatting, but I have pre-recorded all this week because I've been back over a week now. I've pre-recorded lots of footage of things I got up to and things I bought and came home with, and that's already pre-recorded, and when I finish talking to you I'm going to send you over to that video. So but then I'll come back to you when that video is over. So basically, so we did that. There was another workshop called the Tam O'Shanter, which is a Scottish hat. Now I've got one in my wardrobe. Mine is red and it's got all this like red hair coming out of the side of it because I like to celebrate Burns Night with my family, which is in January, and it's the 25th of January. So it's really quite exciting when you've got like, it can be a bit grim, can't it, January? So yeah, January can be quite exciting because I'm kind of thinking about Valentine's Day, which is happening in February. We've got Lunar New Year and Burns Night. So I don't always celebrate everything, but sometimes I'll do all of them, sometimes just some of them. I always do Valentine's. I can't miss Valentine's out. I've got a husband of many years, so I can never miss that out, can I? So yes, there was workshops, and then later on there's a raffle. Now, to be eligible for the raffle, you have to be there. You can't leave, as you won't win. They'll redraw it, and because obviously it would be the cost of posting out to people and things. So I totally understand. That's what I presume anyway. Well, anyway, I didn't spend a huge amount on raffle tickets, but I didn't win anything, but however, I did win the Mini-Me competition, which was really quite exciting, and so I did win a prize for that. Now it's something I already own, but that isn't a bad thing because I wanted another one, and I've added it to my basket on the Junior Moon website a few times when I'm buying a doll, and I've taken it out because I don't want the bill going over the customs threshold, and I always usually pay a VAT fee anyway, but if you go over, it'll be even more, so I'll try and keep it down. Well, I got a clothes stand from the Junior Moon web shop and the coat hangers. Now, I've got some extra those coat hangers at home, but with the renovation and everything, I can't find them. So yeah, I'm so delighted, and I actually, before I went to Blythe Con, I was sorting out some things that I could take to sell at the bring and buy, so I would get some profit from it, and some of it would go to the charity that they were supporting, which was the Scottish Badgers. So I was sorting some things out, and I realised I've really got no more hanging space now. I definitely need some more. So yeah, I'm really happy to have another stand. I probably need another stand, but yes, another one is really useful. Now, the other contestants, they were fantastic. The other lady, she wasn't sure if she could enter because she had a non-authentic Blythe doll, but they did allow non-authentic dolls to enter the Mini-Me competition. They just don't let the store owners sell them and things like that. They have to be authentic or authentic customised. But for the Mini-Me competition, they said they don't mind. I don't know if that's a new thing this year, but but that was definitely this year anyway. And another lady, I can't remember what the name of her doll was, but she had she went as which was really very good actually. She went as a book character, and Lady something, and she had a bonnet on, and a doll had a bonnet, so it's really good. And I didn't win this hands down. It basically, how they judge this, they get people to cheer, and everyone's so supportive, so I couldn't really tell really who got the most cheers. I think it was really very close, and they actually redid it, and I couldn't really tell myself. So, but I was really happy that I actually won it. Yeah, because it does, it's quite costly, what I do as well. So it's nice to get something back. And as I didn't win anything at the raffle, that was kind of nice. Now, we was allowed to sell 5 items at the bring and buy. You could put more than one item in a pack, pack, and it'd be classed as one item. So I did do that. I put a few items in, and I sold everything apart from 2 dresses, which I will show you. I explain this in the piece of video that I've already done, so I won't go on about that too much. So yeah, it was a really fun day. I got to see Beth runs them again. Now Beth wasn't a vendor this year, she was there as a guest, so I was chatting with her and her daughter quite early on. And there was Sarah of Sarah, do you call yourself Sarah? I'm sure you call yourself Sarah of Octoputting. Now she is into dolls. She really loves Cindy. I associate her more with Cindy. She goes to other doll conventions and she does crochet, like I do, and yeah, she does like crochet videos and things like that. So check her out. Now I got some little freebies, some swaps at the show, which I'm going to show you in the pre-recorded bit of video. Now I'm going to go back and check those bits of video before I post this video out to you, and then I will and if I think I've missed anything, I'll do some more footage, and then at the end I will come back to you. So I'll send you over to that video now, and I'll see you back here. So the girls want to show you what they came home with from Blythe Con. So they're in their stock outfits. Now, as you may know, Fighting Milk Sarangi Blythe doll, she has 2 outfits. So I've got 2 dolls. So I've got one dressed in one dressed in the other. So I was wearing the outfit on the left this year with the jacket as well. I've took the jacket off. And last year I was wearing the dress on the right, and I made the outfits. Yeah, so anyway, let's have a zoom in. So I think this is very modest, a very modest haul. So basically I've got 2 bags because my husband and I both had a ticket, because you both have a regular ticket. There isn't like a, you know, a friend ticket that's just come in to support. You both have a proper ticket. The rosette is what I got when I did a mini-me competition. That's what they awarded me with. And also if I haven't mentioned already in the video, because I don't know at what point I'm showing this piece of video, that I won the Blythe stand. See the pink acrylic thing here, and the coat hangers. That was my winning prize, which I'm so excited about, because as you know, I've got one of those already, and it was what I unboxed on YouTube, and I cut myself and I was bleeding all over it, and I didn't realise when I get a second chance. Well, I was actually I wanted another one, and every time I add it to my basket, it pushes the bill up a little bit too much on my doll, so I end up taking it out. But I don't want to order it separately because the shipping fees. Well, now I don't need to because I've got another. So, and you know, before I went to Blythe Con, I realised I was desperate for more hanging storage, because I've managed to get these hangers. I'll show you some of them actually. I didn't get these on Blythe Con, but see, they've got really long necks. I got them from AliExpress, and they're really good for the jumpers that I knit. And I'll just grab one of the jumpers. I knit these in loads of different colours, and they've got really long necks, and I've tried them and they're perfect. So I'm going to be able to hang all my jumpers up now, which is great. So when I was at Blythe Con, I did a workshop. See the pattern pieces there, and it's to make a little dog. So there's my dog. Now, it was quite difficult to do there because I didn't have anything to stuff him with. So I was doing my best with what I had. And my eyes didn't stick with the glue either, or the nose. So I glued them on when I got home because, yeah, they're sticking on now. So there he is, isn't he lovely? So my girls have got a new pet now. And a lot of these things were in our goodie bags. So I got obviously double because my husband gave me his bag. So Woolly Rockers, Liz, the lovely Liz from Woolly Rockers, she sells doll clothes. She sells way more than I do. I actually congratulated her how much she makes. She donated something in the bags this year, so that's what I got. Snoopy, how adorable. I could put this on Zoe, she likes Snoopy, doesn't she? Zoe and a pet fish. My Zoe likes Snoopy anyway. And then my husband got this one. How appropriate. It's very boy looking, isn't it? He was playing me up actually. He was saying I couldn't have it. He said it was his. And he doesn't have a doll. So anyway, there was a photo booth, and remember me saying, if you've watched my previous Blythe Con video, I didn't use it last year. I saw it and then just didn't get in there, but I got to do it this year. So my husband and I went in it. So he puts on some funny glasses, and and in that one, see, I'm looking at him, he was looking at me, so I looked back at him, and then just as the photo took, he looked straight at the camera. We should have had a kiss in there, shouldn't we? Have a kissing one. I think I like that one the most. So those are the badges we got this year. And there's basically most of these are things I've been gifted, or they were come in the bag. But I've purchased this outfit from Sandra Oh. Now, if you remember from my video last year, if I showed you, I bought some pyjamas for my Fighting Milk doll, because she was my only Blythe doll at the time. And well, anyway, I've got twins. Well, I've got more than 2 Blythe dolls. If you watch my channel, I've got more than 2. But I've got 2 Fighting Milks, and one had some pyjamas from Sandra Oh, and the other one didn't. So now I've got 2. I was going to put them on them in the hotel, and I didn't get a chance to in the end. I was so busy. And I've got here's the schedule. It's weird actually that I've only got one schedule. And I wonder if I picked that up because my husband didn't have one in his bag, but maybe I picked that up myself, I suspect. But I'll try and go over these slowly. Now, see these pink dresses here? Now, there was a bring and buy sale, and you could basically sell 5 items. Now, you could have more than 1 item in a bag, right? But I was selling some things off. And I was a bit, and these were 2 of the items I was selling. I sold 5, but I sold these as a pair. And to be honest, I was a bit reluctant to sell them. And as it happens, they didn't sell. It was the only thing that didn't sell. And you know what? I'm so happy because I wanted to keep them because they look so pretty on. And so I'll get to keep them. So my dolls will be very happy about it, and as am I. So it's quite funny, isn't it? Nobody wanted them, but I was only selling them for £4 for the pair, so it's not like I was asking for silly money. They didn't sell. So I get to keep them, which I'm so happy about. But we got some stickers. These ones were on the tables, these little ones. I got that in the dog workshop. It's a clip. But these are confetti that was on the table. It was like a wedding basically. But see this one here, her name is called Claire, same as my name, but she's called clearly Claire, but I don't have her. And I got some lovely things gifted to me. Oh, Beth gave me some eye chips actually. Oh gosh, do you know what? I ordered some purple eye chips online for Ellie. Because I removed the pink ones, and I put some purple ones in. I wanted some ones that looked like stock eye chips. So I ordered some, and they're for a midi Blythe, not a Neo size Blythe. Victoria has given me this. It's a crafting kit to use. And Emma and Victoria are friends. Emma's given me this. So I'm going to open that as well. So it's so exciting. I've been itching to get these out. This is Monday. This is Monday afternoon. I'm doing this. So I'm so happy. So I'm going to have to get a new scrapbook because my scrapbook, I've been doing all calligraphy in it and things. So I need to start putting some things in. And so this is where we're at. And I'll be back in the next frame. Right, I thought I'll show you these actually. I didn't know who had given me this, but I'll turn it over, and and she's on YouTube, BC Doll Place, Insta. So please check her out. Okay, so I'm going to get that out. Yes, I'm going to have a delve in now and look at some of these things. Oh gosh, I love my little dog. I nearly didn't bring home the pattern pieces, but I'm so glad I did now, because yeah, oh, he's so adorable, isn't he? Ah. Right, I just popped to get a couple of jumpers that are hung up on the hangers. So I've got my one Fighting Milk holding one of them here, and I've put my other girl holding one here. But I was just having a look through the jumper box, which I'll show you over here. It's over here. So obviously the girls are holding a couple of them. Some of them are in use at the moment, but I just got these two out, and I thought, gosh, they really go with this year's theme, with the colour scheme that they've gone for. It was mainly green, so it really goes with this green. See the sticker here? But I thought I'd get the navy out as well, because it really goes with the little dog, doesn't it? So if I could have dressed them up in these as well, couldn't I? Yeah, I really love the theme. Actually, the charity that they were supporting this year was for the Scottish Badgers, which I thought was a real lovely cause. So basically, whatever I sold at the Bring and Buy sale, a percentage of that went to the Badger charity. So that was great. Okay, I've opened this little brown bag from Emma, and this is what's in it. Oh, look at that little thing. I'm going to get it out in a moment. And I've got some sweeties. And look, a little poisonous mushroom. Well, is it poisonous if it's green? Yeah, who knows? Oh, Emma, if you're watching, it is so sweet. Look, it's a little trolley for your doll to pull along. It would make a lovely little photo prop, won't it? Oh, that's gorgeous. Thank you, Emma. Right, I've got the girls dressed up in the pyjamas from Sandra O. Now, the ones on the left with Peter Rabbit, they're not a set, it's just what I've pieced together, but those are what I bought last year, and the ones on the right are what I've bought this year. But don't they look adorable, especially with that little gift that Emma has given us. Right, I'm back now with some other things. Now, this is the schedule of events that happened. Now, if you see at 12:15, there's a workshop saying, "Sew a Greyfriars Bobby, a dog for your Blythe." Now, the Greyfriars Bobby, I'll try and get a photo on the screen. It's a story about a dog that the owner died and they sat on their grave for 14 years. So I attended that workshop, and here he is. Isn't he lovely? Now, I don't know, I wasn't listening to the instructions, because it took me an age to cut this out, because to start with we had no pins, but then we were given some pins. But yeah, I managed to do it, and the glue wasn't very sticky, so I've had to re-glue his eyes and his nose on when I got home. But oh, he's lovely, isn't he? So he's a little dog for the girls. Here's a close-up of the badges. Obviously I got two because my husband had a ticket. And here's the sticker. Now, I've dressed the girls up, right, so I'm just going to move them into shot. I've put on, now this skirt came with a custom, excuse my nails, I took my nail varnish off yesterday. This is a skirt that came with a customised doll. And this dress is also from a customised doll. I've only got two customised dolls, and these happen to come with both of them. That's actually a dress under there, but I'm using it like a skirt. But I've put on the knitted jumpers. Now, these are the Norwegian wool jumpers, 100% Norwegian wool. And actually I've got one of these is up, the green one is up for sale actually, one of these on my Etsy shop, but it's with a Paddy's Day headband bow and matching skirt, but I put them on really late last year, and did I sell one? I sold one, but it's just because I put them on so late, yeah, so that was unfortunate. But actually the person who ordered it, they were overseas, so they wouldn't have even got it in time for Paddy's Day, but they still purchased it from me, which was really kind. So but yeah, here's the girls. Now I've given one the green eyes and the other the blue to go with their jumpers. I've kept their bows on, but yeah, we're looking very Scottish. I took a photograph of them and I said, the girls have left Scotland, but Scotland hasn't left the girls. So here they are. They're lovely. I've actually just got home actually. There was a bit of gap between filming. I've dropped my son off and I went to Hobbycraft. And yeah, so I've got some fabric to do some more makes for my dolls, which is really nice. Right, I will think of the next thing to film for you. These are the fabrics I have just purchased. And this is my new book. Now I've made a kimono before, but this is a book just about kimonos. Okay, we've got a slight change of scenery. It's just because I've been doing a bit more painting this morning. I haven't done anything on the bottom of this today. I've just added some leaves, so I need to, a lot of the work at the bottom has kind of been done now. I need to do more of the background, but I've done some work on the top. So if I just lift it up, I've added those leaves onto the tree today. So yeah, I think next time I'm going to be working more on the background. But this is Arwen, Dear Forest Dear Blythe doll, but that's what I call her, Arwen. There's Freya the frog, my knitted frog that I knitted. She looks more like a boy, so not so much like a Freya. I think it's that beige jumper. And those are the deers that I bought for Dear Forest Dear. Now you might notice my doll has got pierced ears. She's got mushroom earrings. And that's because I pierced them and I bought her mushroom earrings. But she doesn't, she's basically in her stock. But I've given her that little plaited headband. I've done that to her and pierced her ears. But other than that, she's as stock on a stand and everything. Isn't she gorgeous? Anyway, I should get back to Blythe Con. Sorry about the interruptions. Welcome back. Now I must admit I'm feeling a little bit delicate. So I'm filming in my kitchen and I've got my Blythe mug. I thought I'd have a hot drink in a Blythe mug for the occasion. And I've got a nice hot chocolate with marshmallows. Might have a sip actually. Right, now since I had a look at the footage that I'd filmed for you. Now, Veronica, who was on Instagram. Now, do you remember if you watched my Blythe video before, my Blythe Con video, I said I won something in the raffle and I gave it to a lady. Well, her name is Veronica and she was at this Blythe Con and she was on the bring and buy stand for quite a while actually. And she asked me if I would get her the dog pattern while she was on the stand. So I got the dog pattern and the supplies. Anyway, I spoke to her on Instagram and she sent me the Tam O'Shanter hat pattern because I didn't manage to go to that workshop or pick one up. So I bought some supplies and I've made the hat. So I'll put some footage in for you of my doll wearing the hat. And also I felt inspired to make something badger related because the charity that Blythe Con was supporting was the Scottish Badgers. So I made a little badge for myself, but I put it on one of my Fighting Milk girls. So hopefully you've seen that in some footage. Now I forgot to mention I met one half of La Dolly Dispatch Dispatch while I was at Blythe Con. Now, she'd come all the way from Australia. They have a podcast called La Dolly Dispatch, and it is all about Blythe dolls. Now, other dolls get mentioned, but it's predominantly about Blythe dolls, the Blythe history, and they have special guests on there. And their last podcast was about the Blythe Con, because Angelique attended Blythe Con, so she has got a podcast on there, and she interviewed a few people while she was there. And she actually interviewed me. And actually, if you listen to the podcast on Spotify, the person before the Blythe Con episode was me. I got interviewed on there. So I'll try and leave a link to that below for you to see. And I've got a photograph of Angelique and I. And yeah, it was really lovely meeting her in person. I'd met her on Zoom before when we did the interview, but yeah, I'd not met any of them in person. And it's a shame that Annie couldn't be there, but I totally understand. Annie's got like boys like I have. It's not always easy to get away, especially to the other side of the world, is it? Now, I just want to mention, if you are a person that gave me a swap at Blythe Con, please get in contact with me, because I am going to get some swaps made up for you as well and get them posted to you. And I haven't decided on what I'm going to swap with you, but I will get that done. So please, if you gave me a swap, please send me your details and I will do that for you. However, I am going on a cruise, so it'll probably be after my cruise. So another thing I haven't mentioned is the vendors. Now, I'll try and put a vendor list up on the screen. If I don't, if you go to Blythe Con Instagram leading up to the event, the organiser shares all the vendors, so that might be a better way of finding all the vendors that were selling there. Now, while I was up in Scotland, my husband and I went on a ghost bus tour. Now, the reason we went on this is because Cherish from Toot Sweet advertised it to us when we was all in York, and we went on one in York and we loved it, so we went on it in Scotland and it didn't disappoint. It was really, really very good. Well, I must admit, I had more alcohol when I was in York when I went on that one. But I only had a little bit of alcohol on this one. But either way, sober or non-sober, they're really very good. So anyway, we stayed in the Village Hotel, which was a little bit away from the centre, so we had to drive in to get to most things. Only about a 10-minute drive, and if we went after a certain time, we were getting free parking as well. And yeah, it was really lovely stay. And the only downside was it being a little bit away and having to drive in. Other than that, it was great. It was free parking all weekend there, and the food was really very good, and the staff were really friendly, and actually left a review on Google with pictures of all our food and everything. So if you stay in a Village Hotel, they do a special deal on fish and chips on Fridays, and it's worth having the app, and you get special, we got money off and everything. It's really good, really loved it. We didn't use the gym. We didn't get time. Now, something else, I knocked something over then with my elbow. Right, is there anything else? That was a funny thing. We all went round with a badge on us, and it said like library member or something. And my husband, he went out around Edinburgh wearing his. Not the whole time, he realised he took it off. But yeah, so that was quite funny. When he went to watch the football, off he went with library member or something, and his name walking round Edinburgh, which was really very funny when he came back and told us. Now, I was sitting on a table with Victoria and Emma, two of the people that gave me swaps, and another lady who she'd got a really, if you saw a lady at Blythe Con and her doll had really colourful hair, I'm really sorry, I can't remember your name, but yeah, she was a really lovely lady, and yeah, her doll had lots of colours in her hair. I said to her, did she reroute her doll, but she'd bought her like that. The doll actually wasn't authentic, but she looked like an authentic doll that had been rerouted. She was a really gorgeous doll, actually. So what else? I think think that is everything I wanted to speak to you about. Oh, the missing earring. Right. Now, do you know when I did a video, if you've watched it, when I opened the Blythe stand and it was acrylic stand and it had all this plastic, and I was really upset because I lost one of my Fighting Milk Sarangay girls' earrings. So basically one of them has been wearing You Are For Me heart earrings and the other girl has been wearing her stock earrings. Well, I had this one earring and it was so sad. But anyway, when I was at Blythe Con and I was messing around at Blythe Con on the table, I found an earring and I thought, oh gosh, has her earring fallen out? And I checked and it hadn't. And I thought, is this the earring I've got? Or is it the missing earring? Because it fell out of the clothing because I got one of them changed while I was there. Anyway, when I got home, I found the other earring. So yeah, I didn't throw one of my Fighting Milk Sarangay's earrings away. So now they both have their earrings, which I'm so happy about. Really, really happy. I couldn't be happier actually. So anyway, I'm going to leave this video where it is now. I hope there's something you've enjoyed. I know I'll go on and on and on. I chat and chat away. So hopefully you're still here, still with me. So thank you so much for joining me for this video. Now I will be having a Stitch Diary video coming up in the near future. I have made enough things that aren't doll related that I can make a video now. And also I'm going to be taking you along on my first ever cruise. So that video will be coming to you shortly as well, which is a little bit different because I do the occasional day trip video and things. But yes, this is going to be a proper travel one, which I don't normally do, and it's not probably something I'm going to continue with, but because it's my first cruise, I felt like I really want to document it. So anyway, I'll see you on cruise day. Bye.